soreness. Now, this is his left knee, the same knee that caused the King to miss 5 games earlier this winter. But really hadn't seemed to bother him then. We know now that the Lakers have been managing it, quote unquote. Shannon, how surprised were you that LeBron needed to sit last night?
The mere fact that he had to sit lets me know, Skip, because here's the thing now. When Karl Malone got to the number that he got to, everybody thought it was what, Skip? A foregone conclusion that he was going to pass Kareem. And then all of a sudden, the wheels fell completely off. So it's not a foregone conclusion. Yep. We think it's going to happen, but I think LeBron understands that the more games that he can play and the closer that he can get, the greater the likelihood of it is. For LeBron to miss a game, considering how well he's playing, that knee had to have been bothering him. Now, he's been managing it for quite a while because he's missed a couple of games already because of that knee.
5.
He missed 5 games because of that knee. So,
and reportedly, it was swelling,
right,
which is the worst sign. But go ahead.
Because it's telling you that knee is trying to protect itself. Mm-hmm. Try to protect you, say, bro, I'm going to go ahead and swell on up, let you know that there's something going on here that you need to get looked at. So I am very surprised, considering that coming off of that kind of performance that he had on Saturday night. Normally, Skip, guy have like, hey, I'm going to see if I can follow this thing up, what type of, and it's not like San Antonio has these great defenders.
No.
So for me, for him to miss that game, it lets me know that that knee was bothering him. Could he possibly miss the Houston game? Possible. But maybe a couple of days off is what he needed in order for him to come back and be full strength. I mean, look, we've never seen a guy asked to do at this juncture of his career. In year 19, he's 37 years of age. He's playing 37 minutes a night. Skip.
Agreed.
You're asking him, and the mere fact that you're asking him to do this lets you know just how great he is, because nobody in the history of the game has been asked to do this at this age. And he's doing it. They're not winning a whole lot of games. But for him to perform at the level that he's playing at, lets you know just how special of a talent that he is. But I was surprised. And so, but him being like this, Skip, I think it's, I'm cautious. I'm not sounding the alarm, but I think this thing bears watching.
Shannon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at the internet before the game came on, so I just turned it on cold. And when I saw LeBron sitting at the end of the bench in the first few seconds of the game, watching on Sports Spectrum here in L.A., the local telecast, with his hood up, eating popcorn, I got to tell you, my popcorn was ready for that game because he is still the most entertaining player in the game. He is still the face of the league.
Yes.
I have my issues with him, but I love watching him, and I tell you that all the time because he is still the most interesting man in the NBA and the most entertaining player.
Correct.
So not only was I disappointed, but I went 5-alarm because I was shocked that he, off a 56-point performance with a day in between, at San Antonio against a team 15 games under 500, just when I thought your Lakers maybe were poised for takeoff here because they could beat the Spurs, they could go 2 nights later to Houston, they can beat the Rockets, and they could go home 2 nights later on Friday night, and they can beat the Wizards. Am I right?
Yeah.
And that would make 4 in a row, and maybe we'd start saying, okay, here they come. Maybe they'll be a dangerous playoff foe for somebody if they can slip into the back door.
They're trying to get entrenched into the play-in because now they're on the 9 and they're battling New Orleans for the 10.
But if they could fight through that, and even if they're the 8th seed playing probably Phoenix, but okay, so we'd have a rematch of the first round last year. It took 6 games for Phoenix to eliminate them. Could they rise up? Well, I still say, I see the pieces there.
Especially with Chris Paul injury.
Because I don't know how he's going to come back. I'm not sure about that. And Devin Booker has been in and out, in and out.
He's in protocol, I
think. Not right. Not correct, okay? So who knows what could happen? So my point is, I'm on the edge of the seat. I'm thinking, how is LeBron going to follow up? We ended the show yesterday predicting, and I said 37, 12, and 4 assists. because I thought it's him and Joel. They are locked in a duel for
Right.
the scoring title.
Right.
And Joel was in the process as we spoke, because he got an hour and a half head start, because
Right.
I was watching his game on the other TV.
Right.
He's in the process of going for 43 because
Right.
he's saying, okay, LeBron,
Yeah.
can you top this?
I need to put some distance between us.
That is correct. And he ended up putting some distance only because LeBron is sitting in the end of the bench and did not even participate.
Correct.
Okay. You know how I feel about knees. That they alarm me more than any other part of the body. The great Howard Cosell once said, it's the knee, it's always the knee. Well, it is in the end.
Yeah.
The older you get, it's always the knee. It's the one joint you can't function without.
No.
And I've had 3 knee surgeries. You haven't had any knee surgeries, but you've had all kinds of knee issues.
I got a couple of scopes.
Did you have
Yeah.
scopes? Okay, so you do know what that's
Yes.
like. Okay, I've only had 3 scopes, but my point is, I've been blessed because I don't have any swelling, and you do have swelling.
I do.
Okay, when you have swelling, as you just said, your body is screaming back at you, I got a problem here. And usually if there's swelling, there's some surgical type issue that is evolving.
Yeah.
And if you continue to pound on it,
Right.
you're going to wind up having to at least get it scoped,
Yes.
if not
Right.
deeper than that,
And
right?
I don't think LeBron.
He's never had one.
Right. Not that I can recall, Skip. I don't think he's had any off-season surgeries.
I don't think he's had any. Knees, shoulders,
Nothing.
foot.
Right.
I don't think there's been any
Right.
joint issue with
Right.
him at all.
Right.
So he has been really blessed. I
Yes.
used to call him Iron Man, but now as he gets into year 18, 19,
Right.
he starts to have a little of this and a little of that
Right.
because guess what? He's still human.
Yes.
And he's amazingly durable as a human, but this is the one that troubles me way more than the groin pull or the whatever else. It's usually some kind of
Yeah,
groin.
yeah.
It's soft tissue.
Remember, he had the ankle.
And the ankle. Okay. I can live with that because it's not career threatening. This is the one where you say, wait a second.
And the thing was, Skip, we saw him make a sudden movement where he almost did a split in the groin. Yeah. We saw the guy rolled up. You're like, okay, I see him jumping. I see him dunking the basketball. Okay, where did this come from? Nobody saw the impact or the situation that caused the knee to be compromised. So that's what's concerning. Is like, well, if you fell on the knee, we could understand. He got rolled, we could understand. But this seemingly happened out of the blue.
Okay, did one time on Saturday night versus Golden State, did you see him wince or limp? Because
No.
I did not. I saw no sign at all of any lingering knee pain
Right.
or any flinch or
Right.
any, you know how
Right.
it is. After a while,
Right.
you just keep pounding, you keep jumping, you keep
Right.
thunder dunking. It's just going to bark
Yeah.
at you. And I didn't see any barking, any
Right.
evidence of any barking. So at the end of the night last night, I was hoping for the sake of our show, the league, just the whole NBA, that this was simply a load management issue where
Right.
he just said, I just needed